second really important standard in the area of institutional quality assurance is the area of governance and leadership.
Governance is often one of the most neglected areas, but this is a pity because it is either the backbone or the Achilles heel of institutions.
Yeah, and I mean, we really got going on these two. Both of us teach courses on governance and leadership, and so there's so much that can be said. So to try to condense it all into a short standard was a real challenge. But a series of really important distinctions. Governance is one thing. It has a certain scope and purpose. Leadership is another thing. And management is another thing again. And sometimes the three are conflated together. That's really not helpful for the quality of what we're trying to do in theological education.
Yeah, and governance is most commonly embodied in a board of counselors, a board of governors, whatever the terminology is used. And that represents the stakeholders as well as responsibility to the leadership of the institution. Whereas management relates to, you just used the word leadership, and most often in the leadership team, the principal and other higher up officers in the institution.
Right, so it's important to distinguish these as well as then to have a whole series of quality measures in what quality boards look like, what quality leadership and management look like. And so often the success or even the demise of theological schools is due to issues of governance and leadership. So this is a very, very important benchmark statement here. We also talked about, in terms of governance and leadership, about the legal and fiscal status of a school. Really important that a school in the country where it operates, it's legally established in accordance to the regulations of the country, as well as aligning its fiscal operations, its tax revenue and whatnot with the legal requirements in the country.
And this is all part and parcel of what we call the context in which the school operates. And so on that very basic level, it is not in accord with the authorities of the country in the area of legal and fiscal status. Then there are issues, very serious issues that need to be dealt with in terms of accreditation.
Yeah, we had a few more things as well that were really important to throw into this particular standard. So we've got reflections around decision-making structures. So in a theological school, how are decisions actually made? Who's making decisions? Where's delegated authority? Where do lines of authority stop and begin? How do you avoid situations where there's either stalling in decision or there's too few people or too many people making decisions? So issues of quality around that. Then there's a couple others as well, Paul.
Strategic planning, of course, as we talk about the Rome roadmap. Well, institutions also have roadmaps, and those roadmaps get them from point A to point B in time. And so those are very important documents that are communicated throughout and developed by the institution. And then we have the whole area of what's called quality assurance, sometimes also referred to as quality development. Accreditation is a synonym for this. How do we assure to the constituencies that this is a quality institution? And those procedures are both internal within the institution, ongoing, and external, where others come and put their nose in the business of the school and take a look from the outside in their perspective.
Which is what we do as accreditors.
It is.
That's
indeed.
not nice.
It is indeed. That is what we do.
But it is paracletic.
It is.
As my famous friend Paul Sanders says, accreditation is paracletic, meaning...
Well, basically, the paraclete, as we look at...
Not the whole message, just a short version.
Okay, all right. It can be four things. A comforter, a counselor, an encourager, and an advocate.
Right. So look forward to accreditation visits. They're great. So here's the second standard. Institutions have appropriate and effective leadership structures.